In this episode, sometimes you get skunked. You like that I did the introduction there? Does that feel like official? Official. What is going on, everybody? How are you doing tonight? Do you think all the people out there in Facebook land are going to check us out?
I hope so.
So if somebody's watching, but so Tammy said before we got on right now, she said, Dean, what's going on, buddy? Before we got on tonight, Tammy's like, oh, are we really going to do this still? Because it's an hour later than we said. We said 9 o'clock. I said 9 o'clock. I apologize. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Travis, what's up, buddy? Lindy's here. Oh, my goodness. So we're an hour late. I'll tell you why we're an hour late. Because our family's addicted to a show on Netflix. I don't know if you guys have seen this show.
Nailed it.
Have you guys watched this show? It's a baking show where people are horrible bakers. It's like a car wreck. It's great.
It's awesome.
No, I enjoy it sometimes, but Tammy really enjoys it, and the kids love it. Why do you love this so much? What is it about Nailed It that's so great?
Because I can relate.
But you've never made anything that looked like a butt when it was supposed to be.
I've made some things that I'm like, oh, that'll be easy. I got that. And then I'm like, it's not.
Oh, Lana's here. Desiree's here. All the people are here. See, look at that. Aren't you glad? Tammy was really starting to feel a little self-conscious that we're going to tell a story about being skunked, and there was going to be nobody here to listen. But all you guys showed up. Look at that. And she doesn't say anything. Oh my goodness. So hopefully you guys are all doing really well. We're an hour late from when we said we were going to do it, but it's because we're addicted to Nailed It on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, this should be sponsored by Nailed It. It's not, but it should be sponsored by Nailed It. I think that would be a good thing.
Everybody should watch Nailed It.
Tammy is talking about going on Nailed It.
I was looking at how to apply. Did I tell you that?
You did. Well, how do you get on? How do you get on?
You have to take a selfie.
And
then that's not up my alley. I don't know.
I do those. I can help you.
So you take a selfie, and then supposedly you bake a cookie, and then you're supposed to create your selfie on the cookie, and then send a side-by-side picture into Nailed It with the cookie selfie and your actual selfie to say you nailed it.
Oh, so here's the thing that Dean says. Yes, it's 11. You know what, Dean? You are a true loyal friend. I really appreciate you. You're amazing. But so the thing I wonder about that, Rob Milburn. What's up, Rob? How you doing, buddy? Ice baby. I don't know I assume you get that reference. But anyways, so Tammy, if you're supposed to send in a selfie of yourself and a cookie of yourself, do you think they can tell the people, because you're trying to get on a show, you're trying to get on Netflix? But wouldn't you think there'd be people that would be like, they would sandbag it and try and make it not good? And do you think they could tell? Do you think they could tell if somebody's purposely making a bad cookie to get on a show and then like be like a master chef? Like, I think that seems sketchy, don't you?
Probably possible. I'm guessing there are techniques that they're looking for that would be like, that person's a master chef just trying to do it bad.
Or that person absolutely has no idea what they're doing, because that's.
But real quick, let's back up. Our dog is barking.
He's barking. They can't hear him. Is that a bad thing?
Well, that happened.
He wants to come out to the show. Oh, dear. Okay, so I guess we're just going to get right into it then, huh? So here's what happened, everyone. Well, and I'll let Tammy tell a lot of the story because she's really good at telling this story.
You were there?
I was there too, yes, but your take on it is great. Dean says we should both go on it because you both.
I thought of that. I thought of like
I
thought it should be a competition between you and I.
I think we should just make our own. We've talked about that actually. We've toyed. The kids are like, you guys, let's make our own version of Nailed It at home. And
we have some ideas.
We have a few. You know, we're tossing some ideas back and forth. So, but no, not going to do anything right now, because right now we're going to tell you a story about how we had an incident this weekend. Oh, did we have an incident? Oh my God. Okay. So let's set the stage. Saturday night, super romantic. We're on the couch. Tammy's half asleep and I'm on my computer, as we do sometimes. And all of a sudden, Taz, our dog, our lovely, wonderful dog. Hi, Owen. What's going on? Our lovely, wonderful dog is standing at the sliding glass door. and he's looking out the window, and it looks a little weird.
Well, he got up off well, he's not a barker.
I'm going to get him out here. You go ahead. I'm going to bring him into the show.
Really? Right. Are you serious?
Hey, Owen, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, why not? He's going to come to the show. Yo, you're good. Look, it's all your friends. You're fine. Everybody's your friend. They love you. I'll be right back. Tell them. Chaz is there. Come on, buddy. Tell them the story. You haven't said a word.
All right, so we're sitting on the couch, and he gets up. He's a big dog. He's a kind of a lab mutt, and he gets up kind of awkwardly and kind of like everything on like his back of his hair, like the hair stands up, and I'm like, oh, he sees something. And he's not a barker. He doesn't do this a lot. So when he does this, I'm always like, oh, there must be something really out there, like he's like protecting us from. So he gets up, and it was an awkward stance. And the door is open, which was a mistake, but we had left our slider door open so he could run in and out.
And it wasn't open all the way, though. His tail, he's really joining the conversation right now.
Well, you asked him in here.
Well, I know.
What you expect him to do?
Okay, tell the story. Hi, Jenny.
So anyway, he bolts out the door, which we're like, oh, he sees something. We're not big a deal. And he runs back up into the...
It's a hill.
It's a little hill.
It's a hill, yeah.
And I was like, oh, I hear him. I hear him kind of like chasing something, and I'm like, oh, he must have really found something.
We're still on the couch at this point. We have not gotten up.
We're like, it's not that big of a deal. So, and all of a sudden we hear this bark, and he's not a barker. So when
it was a weird bark.
It was a different type of bark, and all of a sudden we went, I'm like, Todd, you got to go out there. I thought
one of two things. I thought either he was being attacked or he was attacking.
Yeah,
one of the two.
We have raccoons and large animals that live out there, and
ducks, bunnies
and there
everywhere.
Has been a lot of activity out in our neighborhood in general. So part of me was like, cool, maybe he found something or somebody. And I was
a coyote or
yeah. Who knows? But anyway, so I was like, oh, Todd, you got to get him. I don't want him being attacked by a raccoon or anything. So I was like, we got to call him back in here.
Because we've seen Elf, and we know what happens when you try and hug a raccoon.
Yeah.
It does not go well.
So finally, we couldn't get him to come back, and we heard this horrible barking sound, and he comes running back towards Todd, and Todd's like, yeah, good boy. He runs by Todd, through the doors again, into the living room, and as he's running in, he is literally foaming at the mouth like someone had
it's like a bubble waterfall.
bath and just foaming and continual foaming uncontrollably. And I'm like, oh great, he's throwing up. So I go to grab him, but not before he slides himself on the carpet.
That's very helpful. Yes.
Yeah, and I was like, no. And so I go and I bear hug him and grab him, and as I do that, I mean, my eyes watered and my throat, like, I was like, what has he gotten into? And I'm like, you need to get out of the house. And so I'm hugging him, and I'm throwing him back out of the house. And I'm like, Todd, he's foaming. And so we freak out, and I'm like,
she's like, well, you're like, should I call the hospital? Should I call the
Well, he continued to foam at the mouth.
It was weird.
Vomit and
he wouldn't drink. It was very uncomfortable.
This putrid. It
was horrible.
Smell.
Like it was burnt. It was eye burning. Like you couldn't. If I had nose hairs in my nose at the time, they would be gone because I don't have any more. It was bad. It was bad, but it was
really bad.
So what I noticed when he came back outside, obviously the waterfall of foamy spit, whatever was coming out of his mouth. But then I noticed that he had a big like wet streak across his chest.
Yeah, he was soaking wet.
But I knew the sprinklers had just gone off, so I thought, okay, the bushes are probably wet up there. But then the smell, and then it just keeps coming, and
it didn't smell like a skunk.
Oh, it was bad.
I was like, we both were like, that is not skunk.
Well, we've smelled skunks before. Whenever you guys drive by and there's you smell the skunk smell. You know what we're talking about. There's that, oh man, somebody must have hit a skunk. Poor them.
And it doesn't smell good.
Well,
it doesn't smell good
yeah. So it's a smell like we're not sure what it is. So
it was so bad.
It was horrible. And so finally his waterfall of saliva stops.
And I'm looking for an ER number.
You're looking for an ER number. I'm watching him. He runs out to the grass and he's just rubbing all over the grass, trying to get this gone. And then he goes over and digs a hole in the dirt and literally just starts like bathing in dirt. So he's disgusting.
And then he runs back to Todd. I didn't know this. I'm still looking for an ER number. He runs back to Todd and I see him outside. And our nice yellow golden lab mutt mix is black.
He's a chocolate lab. He's a chocolate
lab.
Lab.
Stinks, and it smelled like chemicals, and all of a sudden I was freaking out that maybe someone had maced him back there.
Yeah, no,
or like some sort of,
because there's probably a homeless encampment in our backyard, and he invaded their space. So
but it didn't smell like a skunk.
Hi, Aaron and Sherry and Eric. There's two Erics. Anyways, hi guys. wife. Oh, hey, thanks, Dean. Tell Lori we think she's amazing. So he's dirty. He's a mess. We've decided that he's not going to die because he stopped the waterfall of vomity, whatever that was. And he's kind of standing and looking at me like, okay, now I'm dirty. Now what? So we're not going to bring him back in the regular house. So we've got a door that goes into the bathroom. So we took him in, like gave him a bath. It was disgusting, but eventually he was cleaned off. And
we bathed him
twice
in the bathtub.
Yeah, we bathed him and then rinsed him and then bathed him again and whatever. But at this point, we still don't know it was a skunk. We just knew it smelled bad.
I had gotten in the bathtub with him.
You were standing over him while I was kneeled outside, so I was getting his. Anyways, you can picture bathing a dog that was full of mud. It was a mess, and then it was smelly. So we get him kind of done.
Like, it doesn't smell too bad.
It doesn't smell too bad. You know, it's probably just like maybe a dead animal. We thought maybe he got into a rat or a poison trap, whatever. So finally we get him back. We get him washed off and dried off, and we're exhausted because now at this point he went outside at 11:55, and finally we get him all done. It was like 12:30. Yes, I have the camera because our Arlo went off in the backyard.
I made you check it because I'm like, there's someone back there.
She's like, Todd, this is not an animal thing. Anyway, so we get him done, and then all of a sudden we get him dried off, and then we realize the house stinks. The house smells so bad. It was putrid. And again, it didn't smell like the skunk that we're used to. So it smells, but we're like, we're tired. We took showers to get whatever was on us off. We go to bed. We wake up the next morning, and the whole house smells to high heaven.
Still doesn't smell like a skunk.
No, it did not smell. It smelled horrible.
We're researching like what other animals spray horrible smells. Like, what other animals do this? Because
turns out there's quite a few, but they're not.
We heard possums let out a bad odor, but I was like, they're not that bad. That was horrible.
No, it was bad.
So anyway, we were like, oh, we got to go to church. So we had taken a shower.
That's right. So it's Sunday morning.
Sunday morning now,
and we got to get our Sunday best.
We had taken a shower after Taz.
Right.
And we had cleaned up a lot of stuff, and we had washed really good. And
but our house still smelled.
Our house still kind of smelled, and we're like, oh. We'll have to deal with this later because there's nothing you can do. So we get up and go to church.
Well, now hold on. But the kids were asleep this whole time.
Yeah.
And they wake up in the morning, they walk out of their rooms, and Ellie says, oh, what is that smell? And we just told her a little bit of the story. And so anyway, so we think we're golden. We've got clean clothes on.
Still don't know what it was.
We've taken our showers. We're good. Kyle, what's going on, buddy? Glad you're here. CJ, no, Christiana's here. Jana, everybody. Okay, this is what happened, guys. Saturday night. Then we wake up and go to church, and we think we're in the clear.
Well, I will say I don't feel good because the smell.
Yes,
I didn't want to eat anything, and I just didn't feel right. I couldn't bring myself to eat anything.
I was able to eat something. I was okay. I pushed through. I powered through.
So we get
I
to
dug
church.
deep. So we get to church. She can't even finish it. So we walk in the door, and we're going in.
I think we're good.
You think you're good? No,
I thought we were good.
We thought we were fine. So we walk in the door, and we pass a couple people, thinking we're fine. And I say hi. I gave Rebecca a hug at church. I said, "Hi, how you doing?" And I thought about that later. Yeah, I did. And I was talking and talking with Aaron, and I was right there. And so hi, Christiana. Yes, it is live. It is live. We're telling you the story right now. So we walked into church, and I gave Rebecca a hug, and I said hi to Aaron, talked to everybody, and I move on upstairs. We go back into the green room to get coffee because we're running the Facebook Live at church. So we go into the green room, and there's like 4 people in there. I thought things were a little weird, but I wasn't sure. I just thought it was like, okay, they were busy getting ready for service. We go upstairs. We get into our spot, which is a booth with a closed door, and all the tech guys are in there. And so we sit down, and we're starting to turn on the Facebook Live and all this stuff. And all of a sudden, the
main tech guy, right? Or
the production head comes in the door, and he goes, "Oh man!" He looks up. There's an air vent above us. He goes, "Oh man, a skunk must have got next to the condenser last night. Oh man, we
looked at each other, and we're like."
Yes.
And he left.
Travis, yes, Steve walked in. Steve walked in and said.
And he left. I'm sitting there, and I look at Todd. So Steve left the room, and I just look at Todd. I go, "Smell me. Like, do I smell like a skunk?" And Todd starts.
I sniffed her neck, and I was like,
he backs up and he goes,
"No."
do? I went, oh, I'm out. And I packed up. I didn't even say, I don't think I said
no,
bye.
you didn't. You're just like, oh, God, I'm leaving.
So I'm like, I've got to find some friends to have them smell me. So I did. I walked down the hall of church, kind of like, oh, like careful, like to walk away from people. And I find my two friends and I went, okay, really weird question, but I just need to know. And I get up and I'm like, do I smell like and they go, skunk? And I went, oh my word. They go, yeah, we can smell it. I'm like, we got skunk last night. And so I hightailed it out of there and I went and grabbed our kids and I started smelling our kids from church.
We're basically like a pack of dogs sniffing each other.
And I had other people, because it's in my nose. I obviously don't smell it. And I go pull some other adults from the kids thing at church, and I'm like, can you smell my kids? Do we smell like skunk? I'm like, we gotta go.
Yeah.
And the kids, they're like, no, the kids don't smell like smoke, but you do. Or smoke. I mean, skunk.
Yeah.
But they're like, you do. And I went.
So Tammy hightails at home, and then I started thinking, man, I wonder if I smell. So Steve goes. Steve had gone out, and he come back in, and he goes, oh yeah, it's not as bad as it was. So I feel a little bit better about myself because I didn't smell that bad. So I finished the live. And then finally, eventually, I'm talking with Steve a little more. He goes, yeah, I think it's probably you, because I told him the story. He goes, it's probably you. And I'm like, oh no, the service was over. I thought, okay, I got to go get a little more feedback and then see if I need to go get changed. So I walk out and I find the same ladies, and they go, so do we need to smell you too?
Oopsies.
Oopsies.
That's no joke.
So anyways, it turns out I smell, and so I go back.
I'm already at home.
You're already at home.
I walk and I get home. Well, first of all, I got to the car that we drove in.
That we came to church in.
So I head to the car to come home from church, and I open Todd's car, and the skunk smell hit me in the face. So it was like on our body that we had already washed.
Yes.
We had gotten in the car for 5 minutes and driven to church.
Yes.
Shut the car.
Right.
Gone into church.
Yes.
Come back, and it is like a skunk bomb.
Skunk bomb.
In our car.
Ooh, hashtag skunk bomb. It was horrible.
Horrible. And I'm like, what does our house smell like?
Oh, man.
So I head home, and I open the front door.
We left the dog inside.
We left ours.
We left Taz inside.
He got out. I got him out. But I opened the front door, and I shut it before I went in. I almost threw up on our patio. And I went, okay, 1, 2, 3. I gotta go. And I went into the house. I got him out of there, and I started researching.
That might be on our Ring camera. I might need to download that and find your reaction to the skunk smell. I'm going to find that, and I'm going to put that on here. I forgot that would be there.
It was awful. And now I'm like, oh, I smelled like, and it's in our nose. But now everywhere. I will tell you that the house smell isn't smelling like a skunk. There's like 2 types of skunk smell. It's like, we call it like primary skunk, which doesn't smell like a skunk. Mm-hmm, but apparently we smell like the post or the typical skunk smell, which I had no idea. Skunk. Because I didn't think it was a skunk.
Yeah, Travis says he says please post a reaction video. I need to. I have to. It's our duty.
Oh my goodness, it was so bad.
It's our duty to post that
door
reaction
so
video.
Fast. It hit me
I gotta find that.
So I got in there, and then we started looking up how to get rid of skunk smell, and whatever it said to do, I started doing. So it said get the vinegar. Right now. I got a gallon of vinegar, and I started spraying it everywhere. And then they said make a paste with hydrogen peroxide, baking soda, and Cascade dish soap. So I started making that, and I started opening all the windows and putting fans out, and I started throwing baking soda.
It looked like a bomb of powder.
Yeah, it's still there. Oh, sorry.
It's still there's powder everywhere.
There's powder all over our tile. I'm still trying to suck it up.
So we're trying to get it. We're trying to get it to not smell. But you guys, the day wasn't over. We had a family Christmas party to go to with my mom's entire side of the family.
But wait, before that, we're changing. We scrubbed.
Yeah, no, but I'm just getting them the mindset of where we were at this point, because church was not the least of our worries. Mm-mm. We were about to be in a house
a white elephant gift.
Like
the name changed.
15 of our closest family members. So keep going.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for the video.
No,
I'm going to find this video. No, we don't. I'm going to put it live right here.
And we may not even see it.
I doubt it. I want to see the gag. Okay, go ahead. Keep going. Keep telling them. So you've cleaned it up, and then when do I call you?
So you call me, and you're like, yeah, I smell like a skunk. I'm like, okay, I'll come get you. So I drove back, and I got him. And he comes home and we're talking about what to do. And we held our breath, came back inside, and we started making that hydrogen peroxide baking soda. Oh, no. Well, wait. Can we watch it first?
Oh, okay. We'll watch it first. Go ahead. Oh, wait. She's opening the door. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this. She's opening the door. She went inside. And she comes back outside. And she closes the door. And she's texting me right now.
I'm like, I can't go in there.
Oh, this is so good. Okay, guys. Let me see if I can. I'm going to see if I can do this. Hold on. Oh, my goodness. This is so great. Okay, can you see this? Hold on.
It's blurry.
Okay, she's opening. There she goes. She's opening the door.
I should have been wearing black
not knowing what's going on. Oh. And she comes right back out the door. And she turns around and starts texting me. Oh my gosh. Oh, and there's more videos from that. I'm going to go through those. Oh my goodness. I forgot we had that.
Anyway, you come home and I'm like, we've got to get rid of this. And I don't know how. So we make this mixture. I'm not even worried about the dog. He's going to stay outside.
He's outside.
And I would make this mixture. I'm like, Todd, I don't even know how. So we get a rag and we scrub hydrogen peroxide. I'm like, don't get it in your hair. You don't want to do that. So you have to put vinegar in your hair. So we're scrubbing with hydrogen peroxide and this baking soda cascade mixture.
And our skin is burning.
And it says leave on for 5 minutes.
No,
yeah, that's not
no
gonna
way.
Happen.
Wait, no way.
Not even close.
How long did you last?
I might have lasted maybe 90 seconds.
I don't even think I lasted a minute. I think
it started. I'm like, Todd, just so you know,
it starts. It's fine. It starts. It's fine.
I'm like, it's just cold, you know.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, 5 minutes. So I was like, and I'm like, wait. I can't do this for 5 minutes. It's burning my skin off.
It's so bad.
So I made it about maybe 90. Maybe 100 seconds.
So bad.
And then we pour a gallon of vinegar on my
our
hair
heads,
and we're washing our
trying
hair
to get
with
rid
that.
of it. It was so bad.
And then we come out and I start to put a different shirt on. And these were in my closet.
In the closet.
The dog was nowhere near our closet. And it's in my closet. And I pull it out and I went, oh no. Some of our clothes that were in my closet.
Of the clothes
smell
like skunk. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. So we do this. We burn half our skin off. And we put our clothes back on that we thought were clean, but they're totally not. And then we go pick up the kids, and we head to this family Christmas party. Now we realize that we already smell. So it wasn't one of those things that's like somebody's like, "Man, you really stink today." We just know we stink, and you go into a room with a bunch of people, and you assume that they're going to smell you.
Jennifer Russell, the smell of vinegar was pleasant.
Jennifer says the smell of vinegar is disgusting.
I was quite excited to have my house smell like vinegar.
That's like roses compared to primary skunk smell. It like putrid, horrible.
I was quite happy to smell like vinegar.
It was much better than that. So,
because we're not talking the skunk smell you smell like when you're camping or like when you walk around the yard.
But that's not good. But that kind of just smells like feet.
That just
like
doesn't
it smells like your kids' feet when they take their shoes off.
This was burning like your back of your throat.
Right. It was horrible. So we finally get through that, and then we get home and we walk in the door, and it smells better, but it still is disgusting. And so we finally had the windows open.
At our family Christmas party, every once in a while they'd be like, "Oh,
and so I was worried. I don't know if any of you have relatives that are heavy smokers and smoke inside at their house, but if you've ever gotten presents from heavy smokers, like the presents smell like smoke, and I was deathly afraid because I had wrapped the presents the night before we got skunked. I was afraid that the presents that we were taking to the party were going to smell like skunk.
That would have been pretty great.
That would have been
because our white elephant gifts. They were already horrible.
They're already horrible. But if they had opened and just the paper, if they had wafted in, luckily we did the white elephants outside, not by our choosing, but luckily.
Well, our family may have chosen that.
That's true. They may have changed their mind when they realized we got sprayed by skunks. Oh, so anyway, so then we come home and we open the door and it's not as bad, but it still stinks. And we've had things running and fans and everything. And you can't, there's nothing you can do about a skunk smell. Nothing. You can't do anything about it. You can burn your skin off. You can wash your clothes. You can put baking powder all over the floor, sky, whatever. It doesn't do anything. You just have to wait.
We're waiting, but it's okay. It lasts 7 to
21 days. So, by middle of January, we should be skunk free.
So our car still smells like it. And I walked into the gym today.
Oh,
I kind of gave some
that's
people
right.
warning because apparently it's like kind of the oil on your skin. So when you get warm and sweat, it kind of like.
It's like when you eat garlic and then you start to sweat and it comes out
of your pores. So apparently it's like in there. And so after my class today.
After your class today, you walk to the front desk.
And they're like, and I'm like, yeah, it's me. It's me.
But see, there you could have just said, yeah, it was a really hard class. I pushed myself really hard. But no, it's skunk smell. But sometimes you get skunk, and we couldn't control it. So the reason we're telling you this story is, one, to embarrass ourselves a little bit and show you a ring video. I didn't even think of the ring video until now. That was epic. I love that we have that. But the whole point of this is to say sometimes you get skunked and you can't do anything about it. You just have to wait it out.
Well, I think it's even more classic to say sometimes, like Taz, our dog, he went after something. He went hard and he had good intentions.
Oh man, he had the best direction
He was
ever.
Out to do something good.
He was going to protect us.
He was going to do something good, and he was going to come back a happy, proud dog.
But
he got skunked. And then he decided to share with the rest of his family. But when you get skunked just in life, don't share it. Just
keep the skunking to yourself.
Happen to yourself. It'll get
tell the story.
People will help you.
Share the story.
Don't share the skunk. Now remember, he rubbed his body across my carpet. So now I have baking soda all over my carpet.
But all the carpets, not just one. Taz made sure to hit every room. Well, not after
we washed them, but apparently even after we washed them, it was on our pillows. I had to wash all our pillows off our bed that we had laid on the floor.
Literally, this sweatshirt I think smells. Like I'm sure we
Travis
still smell.
cuddling. My son was cuddling with me today, and he's like, "Remember, I bear hugged them to get him outside. Didn't know there was skunk all over him."
Oh, Dean says, so we've gone from nailed it to getting skunked. Yes, Dean, we have come all the way from nailed it to getting skunked, and then we've applied it to actually doing things.
Sometimes you nail it.
Sometimes you nailed it.
Sometimes you get skunked.
And sometimes you get skunked. It's true. You can't control it, but you have to deal with it. And we all have skunks in our life. Okay, Jennifer Russell just offered a couples competition of Nailed It. Would you guys want to see a couples competition of Nailed It? I know Tammy would. We got to do a couples competition of Jen. It's on. Talk to E-Russ and let's make this thing happen. Our kids could be the judges. I know our kids want to be the judges, but yeah. So guys, when you get skunked, just deal with it. Just grab onto something. In
7 to 21 days.
Bite your lip, and in 7 to 21 days, you will be cured.
And have an awesome story.
And you have an epic story. Like that story, it could the way that story rolled through. When it was happening, I couldn't believe it was happening. The way that it happened, it was like a movie.
I'm pretty
it was
sure
like a script.
Our dog's face and that skunk's behind were about that.
Oh, he had to have got it right in the face, like literally anus to nose.
It wasn't I don't think it was like, oh, he got sprayed. It was I think he went to go get it, and he got destroyed. Revolted.
It revolted in his mouth. I can't.
His mouth was red for a few.
Oh my goodness, the poor dog. But he survived. He got skunked the worst. Yeah. And he's still wagging his tail. Is he here? Yeah, he's wagging his tail, hanging out. Oh, man. Start a new show. Oh, Dean has a good idea. He says, start a new show. Instead of getting punked, you get skunked. I like that idea, although I don't want to host that show because I'm guessing if someone's getting skunked, then they're going to stink. And I know how that travels.
We're afraid to go outside now.
We don't close the back window. We don't open the back house windows, only the front house windows
during the night,
because nobody
wants to go out there at night.
So Jared says his dog brought in a mouse that he killed. Yeah, buddy, we would have loved that. That would have been amazing. This was not.
Our dog's tail was between his legs when he came in. He was not proud.
It was so bad.
That was not a proud moment.
It was so bad.
He knew.
They do get so proud, Jared. They do get so proud. But they also get skunked in the face, and I'm proud of that. Oh my goodness, it was horrible. But now we know.
But I will say, I don't think we've ever laughed that hard. We were laughing a lot.
Oh my goodness. When Steve walked in the room and said, "Oh, do you guys smell skunk?"
Okay, that wasn't a laughing
That was-
moment. That was not my best
That
moment.
was almost as funny.
Because at that point in time, I had no idea because I knew it
no,
wasn't
we
a
thought we were
skunk.
clear.
Well, it wasn't a skunk in our
In
head.
your head, yeah.
It was something other crazy person or creature
Mhm.
in our backyard. I was pretty sure it was a person because with like mace. Or,
She was creeped out. Okay, so you haven't listened to it yet because we haven't released it, but this is actually the second interview, the second guest in the Frazier Industry Studios for the Do Things podcast. Tammy was the first guest and she's the second guest. But in the first episode, we talk about why we made this, and it was her idea, and you're going to hear all about it. It's great. But what I had done prior was I had sleeping bags hung up around because it was great for sound. It was going to be great.
I didn't know where you're going with this.
But so Tammy was picturing, because I know, this is where I know my wife's mind works. She was picturing that out in the back corner of our hill, up at the top of the hill,
someone had stolen your sleeping bag.
Someone had stolen the sleeping bags that I'd taken down because we built this awesome studio, and they had hung them up there, and that was there they were living, and it was a homeless encampment, and the dog was infringing on their space, so they were taking action.
Well, I was sure of it, and they had mace.
I don't understand how that even. I mean, I get it. You don't even watch the kind of movies that I watch.
It didn't smell like a dead animal. Didn't smell like an animal. Didn't smell like
it smelled.
Our kids call it what smells like a minion fart. They're like, it smells like minion farts.
Yeah, so we played real life Bean Boozled. It was real life.
Actually,
Bean
that's
Boozled.
what it smelled like.
Yeah.
You know that I've never tasted it, but I've smelled that Bean Boozled that smells like barf or like
any of the ones that are the minion farts.
That's
like they're gross.
Like it smelled like times 10.
Yeah, times a million. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's times a million, and it just stays for just a good 21 days. No big deal.
But yeah, but I was sure it wasn't a skunk, so we were still trying to figure out what it was. So when that guy came in to the tech booth and said it smells like skunk, I can't even explain what probably my face looked like.
But honestly, I didn't pay attention because I just started thinking, oh, and I started thinking back about all the people I had said hi to, and the fact that we went in the green room, and the fact that I was like up close talking to friends at church, and they're like, "Whoa, Todd has got a problem today," but. So that is almost as funny. It's almost as funny as when we were sitting in the doctor's office with Bailey on my lap, and you were getting an ultrasound, and they said, "Oh, so do you know you're having twins?" And Tammy's face goes white, and she starts crying, and I start laughing uncontrollably. It was almost that good. Not quite that good, but it was almost that good. All right, so that's our skunk story. You guys, you got to get out there. You got to do things, but sometimes you get skunked, and you just got to hold on for 21 days. Just bite your lip and hold on, buddy.
We still
smell. So if you see us on the street and you get a little waft of something that's a little unpleasant, it's not our fault. We got skunked. And in more than 21 days from now, if you still get a waft of something, it's not our fault. Just don't blame us. Just always blame the skunk. Pretty sure it was a skunk. No? Do I smell some? I smell sometimes. I'm sure I do. All right. Okay, everybody. Hey, thanks so much for getting on here and checking us out. I really appreciate this. This is fun, Tammy, right?
It's so fun.
Is this your favorite thing?
My new favorite
This
thing.
is her new favorite thing. Nailed It has now come second to live podcast interviews on Facebook. Oh, my goodness. All right, guys. Get out there, and you got to do some things and come back, because are you subscribed to the podcast? If you're not subscribed, you need to subscribe to the podcast, because stuff like this is happening all the time. Well, maybe not. There's another one of these. Anyways. Okay. I'm rambling. All right. We're cutting it off. Everybody, thanks so much for being here. We love you all. And if we walk across the street from you, it's not because you smell. It's because we smell. We'll see you guys later. Can you say bye?
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Oh, wait. Jared said something. I wish we had a video of when we learned about our twins. I think we should have you guys on the podcast, and we should talk about our stories and differentiate between the two, because those stories would be great. I love it. I like stories that are kind of embarrassing, like when I fainted at both the birth of our children's. All right. Okay, everybody. We will see you next time. Bye.